In this section, we will be going over the SWOT analysis and McKinsey's 7 S's of our company, Etsy. So the SWOT analysis goes over the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the company. And to start off with our strengths, we have low operational costs. So from Etsy's end, there really isn't too much money that they have to put in because it's more just seller and buyer oriented. So the independent sellers post their products onto the website, and the sellers go on the website to buy them. We also have a very loyal customer base. Just because of how specific our company is, we only allow the vintage and handmade items to be sold on our website. And while competitors such as eBay and Amazon do sell similar products, we only sell these products. So people really know what they're looking for when they come onto our website. We also have unique product offerings. Like I just said, only the vintage and handmade products. We have personalization. The sellers, they customize their storefronts, their advertisements, how they display their products to the customers. And we have a strong cash flow, which also ties into the loyal customer base and personalization. There's constant business on our website, and the quarantine in 2020 really set off business for us, and we've seen nothing but improvements ever since then. So moving on into the weaknesses of our company, we have a heavy dependence on sellers, and as I said earlier, it's a seller buyer orientated business. So if we don't have any sellers coming on and making profiles and posting their products on our website, that means we also don't get the sellers, which means no money comes into the business. We have no revenue, no profit, and not much of a business at all. Another weakness we have is our international expansion issues. And although it would be extremely beneficial for us to go through with this international expansion, there are shipping policies and international laws that are holding it up right now. And another weakness is we don't have any price regulation. Since the sellers are the ones that post the products and make the prices themselves, we have no say in that. And our last weakness is the fees and policies. So the sellers are mostly unhappy with the fees and the policies that Etsy puts onto them. So that's why sometimes they look to take their products onto competing businesses' websites. So while Etsy does have their weaknesses, we also do have a lot of opportunities that we can explore. First off, or one of our opportunities in particular, we have the growing of e-commerce in other countries. As we already know, the United States and Canada have been pretty involved with e-commerce and online shopping for quite a while, but there are still smaller countries where it's still developing. So once that really goes through and other countries start using Etsy more, that's just more customers and more revenue, more money coming in. And another opportunity we have is the increasing wages. So people are making more money as time goes on, and that's just more money that can be spent. We can get more customers onto our website, sell more products, become a bigger business. Another opportunity is physical stores, which has been an idea. A physical Etsy store on the side of the road where handmade and vintage products are sold. Basically, just the things that people go onto the website to buy would be available in a physical store. And another opportunity we have is to diversify our product offerings. So if we found another type of category of products that goes hand in hand with the vintage and handmade, we could just sell a whole new array of items, which would bring in more customers. So if we had more products on our website, more categories, more people would come in and the business would become even more successful. There are some threats that Etsy is facing. To get into it, we have that customers have too much bargaining power. Another threat is that data privacy is a concern for a lot of customers. People don't want their credit card information getting sold to other companies or people hacking into the databases and taking their information. I know it's happened to me online shopping where my credit card information has been stolen by hackers and my bank account got drained. And that's always a concern for people shopping online, and we want to change that. Another threat that we have is that there's a low availability of products due to our niche categories. As I was talking about earlier, if we expanded from just having handmade and vintage products on our website and sold more items, then that threat completely goes out the window. So the McKinsey 7 S's are shared values, structure, systems, style, skills, staff, and strategy. To get into the first one of shared values, we have expand market presence internationally and enhance digital marketing. As I said earlier, we are working on the expansion internationally of our business. And to enhance our digital marketing, we could just advertise our company better, get more people onto our website, more cash flow, more sales. even expanding the niche categories that we have, all of those would help with that. So for systems, the system that Etsy uses is called the flatter approach. This just means that Etsy fosters around open communication and transparency between the employees and the higher ups in the company. This also goes with the sellers and the buyers on the website. So there really isn't any confusion with what's going on between the sellers or the buyers or the employees and the owners. Everyone's always informed. For structure, we have that leadership encourages innovation. And what we mean by this is that the sellers on the platform, they come up with their own products, they run their own small business, and they keep adding on to the products that are sold on our website. So their leadership encourages innovation throughout our entire company. Our staff also is comprised of individuals from very diverse backgrounds with gender, race, orientation, and as I said earlier, there's full transparency between buyers and sellers on our platform. Etsy is a business ran with a very gender inclusive style, and that's because it's important to take on different perspectives and views while running a business. So, whether it be the higher ups of the company or the employees, or whether it's the buyers or the sellers, we have a very even mix of men and women in our company. And we think that's important with innovation and new ideas to always have different people with different backgrounds and different genders to help with our business and advancing it. When going over Etsy's skills, there's really two main points to touch on. That is the actual company of Etsy and the sellers. So, for the actual company of Etsy, one of their main strengths that they take pride in is their communication. There is full transparency in their business, and it leaves no confusion for the buyers or the sellers or the actual employees. And the other skills that we could talk about are the sellers. So the sellers are either selling off their vintage items or running their small business and creating the items themselves. So with buyers of all these different backgrounds and certain skill sets, we get to have a very diverse product offering on our website. So when going over the staff, their capabilities are ensuring more transparency with Etsy sellers. The staff consists of people from many different backgrounds representing the multiple layers of diversity from gender, race, and sexual orientation. Etsy has also been deemed a very comfortable place to work by their employees, which pushes forth a very liberated approach to the work life. One of the great things of Etsy's business strategy is that they do not rely on generating income from one single source. So decentralized sources of income help ensure Etsy that they have a steady flow of revenue, and they have revenue models such as listing fees, transaction fees, advertising fees, shipping labels, and other services throughout the industry where they earn money. In conclusion, while Etsy is a promising business, there are still possibilities to grow the company. The strategies that would benefit Etsy the most would be to diversify their product offerings and to work on their international expansion. If Etsy sold more types of products, more people would be using their website. Etsy could even sell their own products to take some of the power away from the sellers. Once Etsy is able to expand internationally, their business will reach new heights.